I really wanted to make a TikTok today to discuss the current planets that are in retrograde. We have two. We have Mercury, which is in the pre-shadow, which is coming up on May 10th. And then we have Pluto, who has already gone into retrograde. So what does it mean when we're in a pre-shadow or a retrograde? Well, I found this great graphic. So the pre-shadow is the foreshadowing period to what will need to be addressed, or is the theme of the retrograde period. The retrograde is when we're actually dealing with those issues and we're actually having revelations of what the central theme that we need to deal with is. And then, of course, we have the post-shadow, which is where we tie up all the loose ends. We resolve to get the things done that we've dealt with through here and that we were warned of here. Pluto in retrograde causes us to really consider the past. We have to look at what we haven't dealt with. What we have dealt with on some levels, but on a deep down level, we haven't really looked at it or let it go. Pluto in retrograde will cause this. It will cause us to grieve things that we never grieved. It will cause us to really look at our own mortality. I myself yesterday found myself just sobbing. I was working in the kitchen and all of a sudden out of nowhere there were tears flowing down my face. I was releasing old problems, old judgments that I had that I gave myself, that other people had put on me that I didn't realize I took on. And so I just allowed myself to cry. It didn't take long. Afterwards, I felt better. I did take a little bit of a nap. But understand that being emotionally fragile right now is going to be par for the course. When Mercury does turn into retrograde, we're going to have to really look at those things that have to do with the communication that we're dealing with. And with the political views that are currently being released to the public, we're going to have to be very careful that our communication is done with love. However, also with authority. So remember that if you feel emotionally fragile, that's okay. Take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment. If in that moment you cannot process that grief, ask yourself if you can set aside a time to sit down and look at it so you can get back to what you were doing. But remember, you have to go back to it and grieve it, because if you don't, it will show up at the most inopportune, unwanted time. So good luck, have fun, and if you need help, contact me at www.sarahwitchery.com.